Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell, I'm in my home clothes. Obviously, I'm at home. I'm gonna be in my home clothes. And for the first ever sneaker unboxing of 2025, you guessed it, another pair of Nikes. And this one's a Supreme collab. Now, unfortunately, this morning, I was up at 10 a.m. Yeah, I slept in a little late. And I realized that my camera is not working. So this video, the first one of the year, is being shot on my iPhone. So I have no preview screen. I'm shooting blind. Hope this video turns out all right. And because I'm putting in the efforts, give this video a thumbs up, yeah? And if you haven't already, subscribe. So we've been seeing the resurgence of Shox in the marketplace, and I had to pick one up for myself. Amongst all the Shox silhouettes, of course, I like the Ride too. And lucky for me, there was a Supreme collab. I picked up a size 9 in US, which is my true size in UK 8. When this Shox collab with Supreme dropped, they had 4 different colorways. There was a triple black, a triple red, the olive that I got, and then there was this white and wolf grayish pair where the Shox were done in red. And a very similar pair is what I saw in the Nike store, which is what got me thinking about picking my pair. Made an offer on GOAT and got lucky with the price. The color code reads neutral olive, electric green, and of course this comes in your NikeLab box. So a matte Nike box with a glossy Nike branding done right here. You got Supreme on one end here and Supreme on the lid right here. And speaking of lid, let's lift it open and pull out the pair. Ooh, nice. Bam! There you have it. The Shox Ride 2 SP, so special projects. The guy was nice enough to throw in a Supreme sticker as well. All right, let's dive into the shoe itself. Now the Shox was tech that came on the back of Air. So this was the early 2000s, and there were a few different silhouettes. There's the R4, there's the TL. There's also a basketball Shox. And I know that in 2025, a lot of people are gravitating towards the Shox. It's like a retro revival kind of a thing. But with that being said, let's go through the sneaker itself. Starting off with this hang tag. It's got your Shox logo done right there. And of course, your Supreme branding. All right, starting off with the laces, you've got these nice oval, very SB-esque kind of laces that come pre-laced on the shoe. And it's got that same color palette as the sneaker, which is kind of olive. However, they do come with an extra set of brown fat laces. Flat. Brown flat laces that work with the other highlights of this pair in itself. But I think I'm gonna keep the SB-ish oval laces on. Now, the first thing that you would notice that apart from the Shox element, of course, on the sneaker, you have an Air unit on the forefoot. So therefore you have Nike Air done right there on the forefoot, and you see the Air bubbles. On the back, of course, your 4 Shox pillars, and that's where you see the Supreme branding done all over them. Apart from that, you only have Supreme branding on this pull tab right here on the tongue. So you have the subtle hit of Supreme done right there, and then further up, you have the Shox logo, just as you see here on the heel. You have the Shox logo done right there in that jewel finish, along with a mini embroidered swoosh, which is also something you see on the toe box. Now, in terms of the upper, it's got very mixed materials, very different paneling going on. For example, of course, you have your regular mesh panels, and then you have these leather kind of panels in this lighter color. This to me feels like new buck. You have a little bit of a TPU game going on over there. Even these panels right here, along with the swoosh, all done in TPU. The swoosh has got that nice bolt green that runs through, matching in with this pull tab or this detail on the tongue. And then on the back, of course, you've got more of that leather going on and those perforations with some reflective hits. On the outsole, very interesting outsole. I love how the detailing on the outsole is. It's got these nubs done right here, again, all in that bolt colorway. You have the Nike Shox with the mini swoosh done right there as well. I do like the detailing on the outsole. I think when the Shox came out, the intention was to have it propel, so when you're a heel striker, the Shox compress and then propel you ahead. A lot of runners aren't heel striker. I am a heel striker myself. I know it's not a good thing. You're supposed to push off from your toe, which is what the newer running sneakers are. But I am a heel striker. I don't know if back in the day I would have bought myself a pair of Shox to run in though. but that's the idea of the Shox tech. It's probably just me, but I feel like this darker green panel is more of a new buck, whereas this lighter one is leather. The same with the brown panel, that feels leatherish, yeah. And that mesh right there, again, this plastic TPU kind of detailing that we already discussed. Man, is this a really nice looking pair or what? Now going on to the insole, that's where you see the last bit of the Supreme branding with the Shox logo done right here. So that's how it is, very subtle, I mean subtle as it can get, with the Supreme done all over the Shox pillars. Is that what you call it? Shock absorbers? I don't know. But this is a pair of the 4 colorways. I think I really like the white pair with those gray hits and the red Shox shock absorbers. But the olive one I think was a more autumn. I know we're in spring already, but you know, it's in Dubai, it's still autumn winter till March. So that's why I picked up this pair. I tried this on, I slipped it on feet really quick. They fit true to size in every sense. What's a little worrying to me is probably that this panel is so thin and very plasticky, right? It's my first pair of Shox. I've never owned a pair of Shox, so I'm hoping they hold up really well. But that's it for this. I'm now gonna slip them on feet to show you what they look like.
Every time you come around, every time you return, you see it in your tired eyes. That you still have more to go.
So I've had these on for about 10 minutes now, I think. And it's a little snug over here, but there's also room. It's broad enough. I think true to size still would be a good way to go, because with enough of wear, these should kind of open up. But what a pair, what a pair. And shlabooey, that's it for the Nike Shox Ride 2 SP. Thanks for staying all the way to the end, you guys. I appreciate you. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Shox. Will you be picking up a pair when they are back in the market? I mean, there already are Shox in the market, but I'm seeing more and more newer models, newer variations or iterations of it coming out. I'd love to know your thoughts. Drop them in the comments. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Oh yeah, is it funny that I'm wearing a Yay tee to do a Nike video? I don't know.
Sometimes realize there's nowhere to go. Cause the thing you're searching for